And you probably don't want to miss the fact that Lo, you guys just dropped a new episode of Listen to Black Women. You had a discussion that was about the father-daughter relationship. I actually love this conversation. But can you talk a little bit about it? Because you got emotional, right?
I did get a little emotional, but I've had like issues with my father pretty much like our whole relationship. We had issues. And I don't know if it stemmed from, because a lot of times like people have their own internal issues and they don't get that healed. So they kind of take it out on their children.
Yeah.
So we talked about different things that happened where like my father, he lied a lot and he often chose people or things over me or like values over me. So it'll be like, his girlfriend, for instance, who I thought was just his friend, he lied to me like the whole time they was together. And me and her, she had said something that I didn't like. So I basically told my mother confronted him, and he was like, well, she doesn't have to come here anymore. Like, straight just chose the side of, and it wasn't even to the point where I didn't want to be, couldn't be around her anymore. I just felt the way about something she said.
Right.
And he just was like, not trying to hear it. So that's just kind of how my father was, like his way or the highway. Like I've always wanted to do music, entertainment. And he basically was like, no, you need to be a nurse. And because I didn't want to go to school to be a nurse, then he would not speak to me. So like years at a time, months at a time. And it would be like, he was like kind of verbally abusive. He never put his hands on me, but like call me like stupid idiot would be my name. Like, or talk about my mother like that or whatever. So we had our issues and he wasn't all the way bad. Like, of course, there were some good moments I had, but the bad definitely outweighed the good.
Right.
So when it comes to situations moving forward, people always say that whatever your relationship was with your parents affect your relationships with not just like love relationships, but also friendships and the way you treat others.
Everything that you just said is exactly why I am the way with my daughters that I am, right? Because I do believe what you said, like whatever relationship you have with your father is going to affect how you not only just deal with other people, but deal with men in romantic relationships and all of that kind of thing. And I think as fathers, how we talk to our daughters, how we deal with our daughters, our relationship with our daughters is our first example of how to be treated by men. You see what I'm saying? So I'm always, because of everything you said, that I might OD a little bit, but it's okay. Like I'm making sure I tell my kids, my family, but since we're talking about daughters, like I tell them I love them every time I speak to them. You know what I'm saying? Or if they have issues, I'm trying to be there in a supportive way. Or I constantly remind them like, yo, I might not be the most comfortable person for you to come to, but I'm always here if you want to talk about something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be the last person I would have talked to about anything.
Sure.
Was my father. Like my mother was always that person, but he did put good values in me as far as like how I take care of myself, how I demand to be treated by people as well. Like we always ate at nice restaurants. I always was dressed nice. I always got everything I really wanted. Yeah. But it was just his personal issues that really, I feel like carried on over to me.
Yeah. So, damn. It's a real thing, man. So let's ask the hustlers, how they feel about this. We'll bring Alton into the conversation as well. Ladies, what has your relationship with your father meant to you? And girl dads, right? What's your role in raising your daughters? 866-HUSTLE, 866-487-8538. It's the Morning Hustle.
We are the Morning Hustle.